Good morning, viewers. Here's Dr. Alisha Adega from Educatio Consulting Limited. Today is another wonderful morning. What a beautiful day to start your day with on a positive note. This very morning, I've got to share with you what I titled, You've Got No Excuse for Not Becoming a True Version of Yourself. You've got no excuse. You've got no excuse for not becoming a true version of yourself. Because everybody God curated can actually succeed in whatever they aspire to succeed in. So, success is inside of you. You're not becoming that which you want to become can actually be forgotten if actually you're living in 20, 30 years back. You're not actually living to your optimal potential could be pardonable if you are actually living some 20 years back. But now you have no excuse for you not becoming that which you ought to become. You have no excuse for you not living up to your potential in life because success is inside of you. And one of the major regrets in life is that people always have a biting figure of regrets of not actually meeting up for what they are capable of doing. So it's very, very important that you take this as a matter of priority, that you have got no excuse of you not becoming that which you meant to become in life. Every man can actually become anything based on their ability to pay the price of time and effort. You can become anything. And I don't know what you might have been desiring for years that you've not been able to accomplish for now. But I challenge you today that you can become that which you desire to become if you can only pay the price of time. If you can pay the price of time, you will become that which you actually meant to become according to your makeup, because success lies inside of every human God has curated. There are factors to be considered. There are a lot of factors that are limiting people from not actually living up to their potential in life. There are factors limiting people, inhibiting people, standing as a barrier on the way to greatness in individuals' life. One of it you often hear people talk about by giving flimsy excuses is tied to laziness. A lot of people are lazy, and no success become realizable with a lazy mind. You've got to be hardworking. There is no shortcut to it. There is no shortcut to it. You've got to be hardworking. You've got to be hardworking. You've got to be hardworking. Without this, success becomes a mirage. Without this, greatness becomes a mirage. Hard work. You've got to starve your laziness. You've got to starve your lazy attitude. And the hours that God has given unto you must be channeled into the cause of what you believe in. And the more the number of the hours you channel into this cause purposefully, the greater the result you achieve through that which you believe in. Laziness. Laziness has killed a lot of visions. Laziness has prevented a lot of people from actually getting to their zenith of what they want to achieve in life. One of the greatest books on earth says something said, all purpose, all visions must be written upon table. Either reads it, you run with it. If you fail to run with your vision, somebody else will take the vision. If you fail to run with your vision, somebody else will take that vision, because there are so many people on earth whom God has curated. And as God is throwing into the heart this very vision, it depends on the one who take action about the vision that get benefited from the vision. It's not who actually got the revelation that get benefited from the vision. It is the one who takes an action, decisive action about that which he has gotten. That is the one that get benefited from it. So it becomes so much important that you run with your vision by starving your lazy attitude. All right? Another important factor that is limiting people and tying it to all manner of flimsy excuses is indiscipline. A lot of minds are not disciplined. And you cannot achieve greatness in life without you being not disciplined. You cannot achieve anything significant in life without you not being disciplined. Discipline is one of the greatest ingredients to greatness and success in life. A disciplined mind becomes a principled mind. Mind with mastery. Without discipline, we go nowhere in life. Without discipline, we attain no achievement in life. You've got to discipline your mind. You've got to discipline your mind. The more discipline you have, the more promoted you are. Because your course of being disciplined gives you an opportunity to pass the examination of life. Because at every point in time in your life, sooner or later, you will be examined to move to the next level. Without being examined, you don't get to anywhere in life. In fact, you don't move from point A to point B. And that is what makes it very interesting that all lives must be tested for them to be promoted. All lives must be tested for them to be promoted. Another important point to consider is that you've got to see opportunities in your immediate environment. Quite a lot of people are not seeing opportunities in their immediate environment. And there are bountiful opportunities that are surrounding us in life. There are so many opportunities around us. All it takes is for you to identify such opportunities that are in your immediate environment. And by so doing, you will do away with flimsy excuses of not harnessing the resources that are in your immediate environment. There are so many opportunities. You don't have to travel out of your country or out of your environment before you get, sources or before you succeed in life. You don't need, because success itself, I've said it once, is a function of curating solutions to problems. Success in life is a function of curating solutions to problems. And there are problems everywhere. There are problems everywhere. There are many unresolved problems in Africa, in Nigeria. Wherever you find yourself, there are problems. So the more you can curate solutions to these problems, the more significant and the more people pay for the value you have rendered as a service. And that is all essence of life. And that is the reason for living, making life better than the way you met it, so that people can aspire to your own inspiration by way of contribution of value to humanity. Very, very important. Another very important point I will also mention here is that today, a lot of people are depending too much on their certificate. A lot of people are depending too much on their certificate. Over-dependent on certificate will kill your natural imagination. Over-dependent on your certificate will kill your natural imagination, your ability to use your mind. Don't get confused and make no mistake about it. certification is not as self-education. Certification is not as self-education. And don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying people should not get certified or get certificate or what kind of, one or two types of, qualification. Fine, it's good to get qualified, it's good to get certificate, but then don't over depend. Don't depend so much on certificate. Certificate is just ordinary paper to certify that you've actually done well or successfully completed a kind of training in a respective area. That is what it is. But then your ability to use your mind is what gives you relevant space on earth. Your ability to use your mind, part of imagination. How about Easton? Einstein was said, where education stops, that is where your power of imagination begins. That is where your ability to creatively use your mind begins. And you've got to use your imagination to actually get yourself equipped in life on the face of her. So we've talked about factors that prevent, that limits people from actually using their minds. We talked about indiscipline. We talked about laziness. We talked about people not seeing opportunities and lives within their immediate environment. We've also talked about lack of imaginative power that lies inside of us. It doesn't matter where you find yourself. In fact, where we are doesn't determine whether we're going to be successful in life. What determines your capacity to succeed in life is your ability to use your mind. Your ability to use your mind. You study and analyze your environment strategically and look for problems to solve. And once you are able to do this, definitely success is imminent. Financial liberation is imminent. It's not moving from one part of the country to the other that actually guarantees success in life. It is necessary. In fact, moving and relocation, checking different nations of the world is part of education. It's very necessary. But then don't make it as a priority, or don't preoccupy your mind until you get to a particular part of the world. You will not succeed in life. And that is where a lot of people are hitting the rock. That's where they're making mistakes. Some believe they cannot make it in their home country until they check out of the country to another country. But then success is everywhere because success does not respect geographical locale. There are people in Nigeria that are still making legitimate wealth. There are people in Ghana that are making substantial legitimate wealth. There are people in different parts of the world that are contributing meaningful significance to their immediate environment. And people recognize that with value of financial exchange for what they are curating. So you've got to use your mind. You've got to use your mind. You've got no excuse for not becoming the true version of what you are wired to become in life, because success lies inside of you. Okay? So go out there, activate your power of imagination, and in no distance time, see yourself becoming a light to your generation. To have a wonderful day. I still remain your Dr. Adeshaya Adeyega. from Encardium Consulting. Bye for now.